countdown. It is the best countdown. All right, y'all. How y'all doing tonight?
Good morning, good morning, good morning to all.
He said good morning to all, and to all a good morning.
Talking to China.
Look,
Ah,
Y'all heard about Sicily?
girl, yes. I,
Yeah.
That made me so sad.
But she lived a great and a long life.
That she did.
96? Wait, was she like 96?
Um,
Was it 90? Was she 96?
I don't know.
She was 96.
No,
Was she
that's
96?
crazy.
you know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Without the only time I knew about her, I was like, I only knew about her when like she was old. So she's like Morgan Freeman to me, but like, dude, this dude was always old. Like after like every movie I've seen him in, he was old. So I never seen him when he was like young. And like the only movies I know about her was Tyler Perry movies. So I'm like,
fun fact about Morgan Freeman is he didn't really break scene until he was in his 40s. Just saying.
He looked like that
or
in his
30s or
40s?
something. He was like one of those late blooming actors.
Oh yeah, I know he got in.
When did Morgan Freeman start acting?
That is a good question.
I think it was like 43, 1940.
After 4 years in the Air Force, his first major appearance came in 1971.
Wow.
How old was he?
How
old was Morgan Freeman in his first
like
movie?
80. I think it was like 80.
Hey, look, Morgan Freeman is still alive. We're not talking about freaking Morgan Freeman right now. Okay.
It was a good fun fact. I mean, come on.
I know. Well, no, I feel like, to be honest, I always recognized her, but I feel like the time where I really remember her is it was a very small role, but she played in The Help.
You know what?
And she made me so emotional. Like, it's crazy because like she was barely in the movie, but like when I did see her, I was like so connected with her because she seemed so sweet or whatever. And like the interviews that I've seen her, what interviews or whatever I've seen her in, like she just seemed like if I didn't have a grandma or like a black grandma, I would have been like, can you be my grandma? I was like, oh, or to be my granny, just be my granny. Actually, you know what? That's actually, she makes me think of my freaking granny.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. Holy crap.
She get every movie, the movies I've seen her in, all the time when she got everybody's attention to talk, she made me think about my life. I'm like, man, I'm acting up. I need to get myself together. I'm doing the wrong.
She was literally just like such a strong role model, though. Like, I'm just sad. But dude, 96.
I told myself when I was a kid, I was like, I would look at like old people. I'm like, Lord, I don't want to be walking around hurting like that. Just take me out. Shoot, I don't want to like every step to be painful. just let me go.
I can't.
Right.
But like now, I'm like, hey, I want to make it till 90. Give me the 90, I'll be straight. The 96, I'm like, yo.
I know we're not talking about Morgan, but look, I like facts and I like them to be straight, okay? So I just want to bring it back that he started acting at 9, okay? But his first break was at 30. I'm just gonna slide that in there. Just all right.
I'm dead.
Whoa.
She's really on this format.
Like, what is going on?
I'm dead. All right, y'all. So because we want to we're talking about Cicely. We're gonna play this video real quick.
In honor of
her, because she
yeah, that's sad.
It's sad, y'all. It's sad. I'm kind of hurting about it.
Change the seats.
If I can get the video up. All right, here we go.
What does it feel like to be 96 and a legend? Miss Legend?
I'm amazed every single day I live.
Do you feel like you have more to do?
Yes, that's why I'm still here. I mean, what my life became is not what I expected. I had no idea that I would touch anybody.
When the time comes, what do you want us to remember about you?
I've done my best. That's all.
Wow. Dang, man. See that little thing.
That little thing.
I done my best. Now I'm like, I don't want to leave it. Just know I done my best. Oh my God. That's powerful. It's like you go from thinking I want to leave a legacy, I want to have this thing that lasts, and then somebody just drop a little small thing like, I just want you to remember me that I done my best, best that I could have done. I'm like, yo, like forget a legacy, just know I tried.
Right, right.
Best, and like,
Just know that I wasn't mediocre. Boom.
I
did.
What? Right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, shoot. On that note, y'all already know what time it is.
I'm gonna be the sound buzzer.
That, yo. Yo.
Let's get it.
Like chicken and maybe. Ooh. Try a new thing.
Or maybe not. All right. We're doing another buzz sound.
What does it feel like?
There we go.
I'm not religious no more, I'm off the cuff. Off to learn new things, I'm on a bus. Walking to my dreams in a tux. Everywhere I go is kingdom come. Dad gum, my inheritance so long that it causes conundrums. Wanna understand what I stand on. Yo, it's a brain blast, Jimmy Neutron, yeah. Don't need a mic to drop it, don't need a space to rock it. Don't gotta click the copy, I got it. They call me a pastor prophet, a prophet. I can't knock it, I can't stop it.
Yeah.
Creatives. We're talking about the black woman, the Ratchet truth. So what can I do for the intro this time to speak to that power? I had a lot of choices, guys, but the one that came to my mind that was shout out to the names for decades, a song that brought a lot of girls together. What song is that, AJ? Throw your hands up if you know that you a star. You better stand up if you know that's who you are. Never give up, never say die. Girl power, girl power. If you know that you a star, you better stand up if you know that's who you are. Never give up, never come far. Girl power, girl power. Made mistakes before, but I know I'm not perfect. It's okay, cause who could ever be? As long as I give my best, it's no matter what no one says. Cause deep down in my heart, I got to power to make it happen. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta bring all that because I got 3 girls, 3 daughters. So I gotta embrace the girl power. Okay? Me and my son, we're surrounded by 4 beautiful, strong black women. Okay? So I gotta represent and go hard.
Right.
Now, you know who it is. It's the creators. Boy J, the sheriff. Okay? We got Riri, Mariah, Lizzie. How many nicknames? We got Coach Me. We got Slay with Millie. We're coming with that movement. So with no further ado, Coach Me is up to you.
Let's get it.
Okay, so because I'm a talk South, the end of the song is because I got the power to make it all happen. Yeah, you know.
I didn't want to say the yeah, okay?
You know, but you need to do the melody right. You kind of have the melody.
Oh my goodness, give the man some credit.
I'm saying, but you know,
give the man some credit.
Thank you for coming through with the Cheetah Girls. Let's snap it up.
I
thought
that you were gonna do like the Powerpuff Girls or something, but that's okay.
Look, that was the second option. It was a Powerpuff Girl, and then I was gonna do like Unity by Queen Latifah. So I said, you know what? Let me go Cheetah Girls.
Okay.
All right.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say, what up, Naomi? We see you on here, girl. How you doing?
You know what I mean?
She always popping up here with us.
We got Carl. in the mix. We
Carl,
got Liz
hey Carl,
in the
how
mix.
you doing? Liz, how you doing?
Yeah.
Thank y'all for
Good morning to you.
Now, in case you don't know, we come on Facebook Live every other Friday at 7:30 p.m. and we talk about hot topics and we just talk about stuff. So tune in every other Friday. Don't forget to go like our Facebook page.
Yes.
That way you can get the notifications. Go like us on YouTube. You can like us on Spotify. And we got TikTok. So make sure you get plugged in to what the creatives is doing.
Plug in. Yes.
All that.
And a bag of what? Chips.
And oh, y'all better be all in synchronization. Okay.
Synchronization.
Squad, the movement.
Y'all don't get out the song.
The movement is here.
Oh, Lord.
So today we are going to be talking about Black women, the Ratchet truth. Now, right. Where my sisters at?
Let me sip my tea.
So our takeaways while you were watching this are going to be, what would the world be without Black women? We'll find out in this conversation. Recognizing the women who have and who are doing it.
You better go, girl.
Lots. There are lots. The value of Black women in today's society.
Let go.
And last but not least, when you leave here, I hope you walk away with being able to write your own narrative and not allowing society to write that narrative for you.
You're the author. You're the author.
So with that being said, Mariah, Queen, go ahead and take it away, sister, with them stats.
All right. So in the United States alone, 5% of African Americans are doctors. Out of that 5%, only 2% are women. So out of all the business owners total combined, only 14% of business owners are African American women. 59% of women ages 25 and up attended college. Out of that 59%, only 35% completed at least an associate's degree. So that's all I have for stats.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Podcast will.
The doctors one really shocked me the most though, because like it's only 5% that makes up doctors that are like African American, period. But then to have that 2%, that right there is just kind of like, whoa.
Just think about how small that number is.
Yeah.
Only 5%, and then only 2% of that 5. I'm like,
You put up 5 things and you take away 3, you have 2.
no, but I'm saying the 2% of the 5%. That's even smaller. Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, no.
Doctor, so I'm good. I like my doctor.
Okay, so.
Look, it's rare. You find a black doctor, so I'm happy to have one.
All right, so let me get this going, flowing white real for us. So, ladies, how do you feel about having the first Black woman VP?
Talk to us. What's going through y'all's head? Wow.
I mean,
What does that silence mean? What is that?
Is that a good silence or?
No, I think it's a good silence. I think we were just having a moment there. I know for me personally, I'm excited about it. And I think a lot of it, it's almost like, whenever Obama became president, it was like, man, like a Black person actually did this, right? And this time it's like a Black woman actually did this. Like, she is the vice president of the United States of America. Like, nobody thought that would happen. We almost thought we would get a woman president, but we have a Black woman vice president. And to me, that's a lot. That says that, one, if I really want something, I can do it. I can accomplish anything that I want to accomplish. And it also just inspires me to not want to give up on my dreams. Like, if there's something that I really want to do, like, freaking go for it. Like, don't have to sit back and be like, oh, because I have all these obstacles in my way. Like, no, you better knock them obstacles down and make it happen. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I mean, agree. I'm excited for it. I mean, it gives like the little girls hope to like I could run the White House if I wanted to when I get older. Like it's just kind of like setting the tone in a way. Right. So it's great. It's good to have like that opportunity to see like actually witness a female running as like a vice president. Well, actually a vice president. So
okay, so then
she made it.
Well, I have to correct myself. Like, wait a minute.
Okay, so then as a second part of that, do y'all feel that Black women period are getting enough credit for what they're accomplishing or what they're doing in?
No. Go ahead, Camille, because you already look like you got something to say, girl. She ain't got nothing to say. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I'll be honest. I'm a little shocked. I thought there'd be like more like, yeah, man. I don't know.
No, okay.
I feel like
you know what?
It's more like, or I mean, and look, I mean, cause it could just be like maybe like it just kind of like, cool. Maybe we're making too big of a deal than what it needs to be. If that makes sense. It's a big deal, but maybe we're blowing it up too much. Is that how y'all feel?
What that like? That we're blowing what up too much exactly?
Well, like I'm just going based off of what I'm experiencing right now. I'm just going based off. No, I'm just saying like, do you think that like the fact that she's a Black VP is just kind of like cool? We're in America. That's the way it should be anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like versus being like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it not as exciting because it shouldn't be exciting?
So, okay, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like, in a sense, it shouldn't be a surprise that, okay, two things. It shouldn't be a surprise that a woman is, you know, the vice president, and it shouldn't be a surprise that like a Black person.
Yeah, because it's two things.
You know what I mean? So it is two different things. And then the fact that it is, like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Like, that is a problem. So I guess in regards to your question, like, yeah, we don't get enough credit, because if we did get enough credit, I think there would be more women, there would be more Black women in different places than there are. Because right now, the majority of people you see in these places, and Black men, but we're talking about Black women, but the majority of people that you see are either Caucasian women or Caucasian males, and primarily Caucasian males more than Caucasian women. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very historical. Like we were alive when that first thing happened. I think it's cool. Okay, well, speaking of you know, inspirational Black women, let's make it more personal then. So who are some Black women that you look up to personally?
Take your time. I know. It's a lot, and you don't want somebody to get okay. We're gonna throw this out there.
Like, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, moms, you all are inspirations. Okay, so y'all automatically inspirations. We're gonna help that out so nobody feel hurt. If you want to name somebody.
I was already gonna say my mamas, because I like
all moms. Everybody know on this podcast, we all look up to our moms as an inspiration for what they did in our life.
We sure do.
Okay, so minus them.
So, you taking them out? You can't take them out though.
Well, I have my coach, Miss Shanice. She's one of the people who's like very in my life, because like not everybody knows this, but I have a very bad is not a good word to use, a very strong personality and a very strong attitude. So she when I first met her, she was like literally the only woman besides my mother who can just like, that's not gonna work. You need to calm that down. Like she was gonna kind of mold me into like the person.
Okay, we can barely hear you. Come a little closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, she's the one who kind of like, I want to say like changed my outlook on things in a way, and kind of calmed me down to where it's just like, okay, well, that's not worth me getting upset about. I could just kind of take some time to myself and then go back to like talking to the person, whoever upset me or whatever. Like she was one of the people who's just like, okay, yeah, you need to calm that down.
And
Miss Royal,
life coach?
Jesus,
No, she's
huh?
Ministry coach. Okay.
Ministry coach, yeah.
You know,
Sorry. And then Miss Royal, she's the other one. I've known her. We went to a different church together, and so I pretty much followed her to Grace. To Grace Simple, to New Destiny. I pretty much followed her when I found out she was going. But yeah, she's been in my life for forever. She's another one who's like who can deal with me and my attitude, and it doesn't even faze her. Like I can catch an attitude, she just look at me like, okay, so when you're done, we can talk about it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to talk about it. And she'll still kind of like press those buttons, like, okay, you need to talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So yeah. And then Camille, my sister, you know, she puts up with a lot too. A lot, a whole lot. But that's my sister though, so she can do it. And then Nisha, you play like a small role in my life too. When it comes down to like a lot of things, like I do look up to you. I never told you that because it's none of your business. That's what I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah,
That's what's up though. That's what's up.
Oh, and then there's another. What's her name? Is she a prophet? Prophetess? What's her name? Your mom? Is she?
Oh,
She's prophet.
Prophet?
She prophet, right? Prophet.
Yeah, I don't know her title. Sorry, I still get those mixed up. But yeah, she played like a role too. Like she's like super calm. Like I could be going off on her. Like not going off like that, but like if I'm venting or something, then she'll just be sitting there like all calm and stuff. And I'm like,
she's a calm spirit.
She'll just like, no, like I'm just letting you get it out. I'm like,
I don't think she could get mad. I think she just always nice. I just think she's always nice.
I've never seen her get upset, but
I think she's always nice.
Very rare.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
I think she's like the female version of Mr. Rogers from what I've seen. It's like, does she ever get mad?
Like one of those when she gets mad, you don't want to be around for it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have witnessed that, but I'm just happy. Like,
and then the best part about it is when she get mad, you can be around for it, and your head is coming clear off your body, and you won't even feel the jump because she be so slick about it. It just be like, shing.
She look like the type when she mad, like you can tell like she's upset, but she won't just like attack you like that. She'll just kind of calmly just rip your head off in a calm way.
Oh, so she's an assassin. Okay. So that's what. Okay, she's an assassin. All right. So, yeah,
all right, Camille, give us some inspiration, man.
Oh gosh, thank you, Lord. Thank you for your grace. Okay, so look, okay, so for me, I will say from a standpoint of strength, my mother. Me and my mom have totally bumped heads when I was younger up until I was 33. I'm 35 now, yes. But right.
Yeah.
I'm 35 now. Oh. But one thing that I can definitely look back, my mom has been through a lot. She's been through abuse. She's been through her own struggles as being a single mother and raising children. And that part, I always tell her, like, I used to be angry about some of the choices that she used to make. But when you grow up to be a woman, and those things that you don't understand when you're younger comes into play, like love and life and work and, you know, all of those elements that women carry on our backs, you feel me? And you're doing it all alone. I used to be so mad, but I look back and I was like, I admire the strength that it took to get through, because perseverance with Black women in general, I think all women, we have some type of we have an internal strength that we carry, that, man, like, you want to talk about the press through. My mom we used to be like, we got a cold. She'd be like, all right, cool, here goes some tissue, some cough drops. You still going to school though. Like, and that's where, like, that's where I get my mentality. Like, I don't just call off of work. I don't just do these things. And my grandmother, rest in peace, she just recently passed. My grandmother from the Love Element, though, I got that part from her. And my spiritual mom at home is a big influence for me as well. And any woman, like I'm inspired literally by any woman. I'm inspired by Mishi. I'm inspired by Mariah. She's a mother of 4 at a young age. Look, I had babies for a day. Okay, I had babies for a day, and I was just like, it wasn't hard, but I understood. Like, if I had to do 4 children, 365, and still introduce all of the things that I have to do on a daily basis, baby, baby, it's not easy. It's just not easy. You know what I'm saying? And Mishi being a mother who's always like, both of them they push themselves to exceed the limits and the expectations of themselves first, but then they're doing it also for their children and their husbands. I mean, I admire stuff like that in women in general, not just the ones that are closest to me. And that's why it's super important to watch your circle. Like, a lot of my friends are married, okay? A lot of my friends have children. A lot of my friends are, I can't say a lot of them. I have acquaintances and I have friends, but people that I know, they stand in boss mode. You know what I'm saying? I have everything in my life elemented, like that's tied to a portion of who I am. Yeah. And I think it's dope. I think it's dope to watch other people do what I'm not gonna do. Like, I'm not gonna have children probably. That's not what I'm gonna do. But I think it's dope to watch people in their elements, because I believe that that's what God blessed them with. You know what I'm saying? Because that's their office and capacity. So I'm inspired by every woman doing their thing, unapologetically, the way they want to, whether we look at it as a judgment call or not. They're still living their truth. And so if you live in your truth, I rock with you, sis.
Girl power.
I feel that.
Girl power.
I feel that. But she just like made me think of my shirt. It says love, support, respect Black women.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, any woman that can deal with me, I gotta respect. So just saw me to be a Black woman. Right at the back, you know. And even though my mom is Mexican, she be forgetting that she ain't Black. So I guess she can kind of go in that category too.
If we travel back in history, though.
Look.
No, yeah, I know. I can find a lot of Black strong women in my life, for real.
What about you, Seth? You got any strong Black women?
Well, based off of what I just said, yes.
Any more?
I had to say,
right, mamas don't count. We already did that as a collective. No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take it up a notch. If my mama don't count, then you know,
she counts.
My grandmother,
yes.
my Black. Look, so you know, I have a Mexican or had a Mexican grandmother, and I still have a current Black grandmother. And in my phone, her name is Black Grandma.
Straight up.
And so this woman will call me out of the blue and just pray down heaven. And the funny part is that sometimes she'll ask for permission to do that. She's like, "Hey, baby, I don't know if you got a little, just got a time." I was like, "Grandma, whatever you were here to deposit, you please go ahead."
That's right.
And like, I can't think of another person that can top just the way that she prays. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like literally like she's on a mountain, like in God's face, you know, like, and just praying, like. And so I've always loved that about her. Like, and she has a lot of grandchildren, you know, a lot of people that she looks after, and she'll just be calling everybody, just praying down heaven. And but very sweet spirit. Hey, but don't mess with her. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with her, because like she'll
fivefold ministry.
Yeah, and And the other thing that I would love about her is that whenever I see her, you know, after maybe like a couple years or whatever, she gives the best hugs, but they're dangerous because how hard she squeezes. Like my head, like my eyes be like bulging out, and she knows that she hugs hard. And like I was like, I'd be having neck problems, but I know it's the love.
Don't talk about grandma like that.
I'm just saying, she knows.
I know she
that
does.
her hug. Like I'm like, man, grandma, you got some strength in those arms. But so anyway, no, yeah. So I
strength in them arms.
really,
Okay.
as far as Black women, she has to be like in the top 3. You know, if I had a 3, like absolutely. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it there because I could.
Dang. Okay. So yeah. I think for mine, you just reminded me of my grandma. Mm-hmm. Like as you was talking, and then so like for me, my grandma's she's Mama T. We love Mama us T. Some Mama T, but she is like she raised my dad, his brother, and then his 2 sisters. I think he had 2 sisters, so my 2 aunts, and like my dad's dad passed away when he was 10, and so she raised these kids like by herself for a little while. Then she finally got remarried. But like when I think about her, she really inspires me. Just because like when it comes down to it, there's one thing with my grandma, she gonna make sure you in church. Like you just not gonna be in church. You gonna be in church. You get Jesus.
Even when I hear she's a cook.
Yes.
She's a really good cook.
And Mama T throws down in the kitchen.
I haven't experienced yet.
I'm like, them greens, you ain't know. And then she used to come with them pound cakes. But I used to love it when she come down, like to come visit. And like, I don't know, she's overcame so much though. I mean, like, there was like at one point like we were scared because like, but she's continuously like overcoming situations. And it's like when you need to talk to her, she's always there. She just lets you vent, be on the phone. I love you, honey. You know, she's just so cute. And then she always comes with them crispy dollar bills. Oh. And look, she used to work for Chrysler, right? And that was big too. My grandma used to work for Chrysler. And so like, even with that always inspired me because I'm like, dang, like if my grandma can do this, I can do this too. Like if my grandma can like not work anymore and like just be living her best life, I can get to the point where I ain't got to work no more either. And I can live my best life too, you know? So it's like little things like that. It's like, it don't seem like it's nothing, but like little stuff like that be inspiring. And then the fact that she's got all these grandbabies and great grandbabies and she's still with them all. Like, you know what I mean? Like she'll do everything that she can to take care of us. So I don't know, I love my grandma, y'all.
Yeah, sure.
I love y'all too.
No, you don't, because you forgot to say it.
I just said it. Nah, for real though. I was like, because even whenever Camille brought up that point with you, Mariah, like, you got freaking 4 kids, yo. Right. You've been doing it. I was like, I remember when it was just 1, and then the 2 came, and then the 3 came, and then the 4 came. I was like, but she handled Mariah's kids, y'all. I'm trying to be like her because they go to church on Sunday and they butts be stuck to the chair. They is not getting out that chair. And if they do,
they're dancing.
She be like, and then they just sit their butt back down.
If they respond by the look, then you pretty much are ahead of the game.
look, that's that black mama look. Because how many of y'all done got that look from your mama, especially the black mama look? She be like,
what?
You already knew what it was. You down or
I got to the point. I got to the point where I don't even see the look. I feel it. I'm like, oh, she looking at me. I'm like, oh,
my face, like they're
like, just going down.
My soul. Down. She's looking at me.
Oh, like my back. I'm like, oh, she's looking at me.
That's the modern right there.
But for me, it probably be the trio, my wife, my mom, and then my Gigi mom who recently passed too. For my Gigi mom, what can I say about her? She was a talker. Like it'd be like she would just like on Facebook, like it got to the point where I had to block her on Facebook. I'm like, no, because like she just spammed me with a whole bunch of shit and like the clips, and I'm like, yo, like Gigi Mod, like no, So like, I kept her as a friend, but like I just stopped the messages. I'm like, you can't just keep sending me these random pictures, and it'd be like the share to 10 people. So certain I'm like, yo, grandma, stop. Stop. Like, but she is the reason why I started taking my dancing serious. It's like she was the dancer in the family. And then it's like she was like the total package for it. And then and then the next generation, everybody, like to me, like then it came to like my mom. And then after my mom, then I was the one in my generation to do it. So it's like, and with it going down, and then I'm like, we had other dudes in our family do it, but I don't care, I'm the best one. So like for her to see that gift, and to this day, I feel like she died without expressing to everybody that I was her favorite. So people still thinking that there was a favorite, and I know for sure I was the favorite because I was the only one who could dance. And like that was her heart. Dancing was her heart. Dang. So like she was the reason why I even went to school. Because I wasn't gonna go to college for like at all, but she wanted me to do like learn other dance styles to be a more well-rounded dancer. So for her, my inspiration is just a passion of mine. She made me take my passion more serious. My mom, I like, even though we can't talk about moms, like we already know we do it. It's just
you're the one that set that rule.
My mom is. But I know, but like I only had those three. So I was like, everybody did a shout out to their mom, so let me do a shout out. So it's like she's the reason why. Like she's the reason why I'm who I am today. Where I'm like nothing's gonna stop me from doing whatever I gotta take care of. It's like it went from just her and me and my brother, and then she helped raise us.
Your mama just said she listening.
Huh?
Your mama just said she listening.
He said, huh? She's like, uh-huh.
So basically she was strong and I was forced, and I was like, it was just powerful, and I feel like everything was great, never had to just she was the definition of somebody I saw that even if she's struggling and it's like super hard, she will get to that point where she's gonna work hard where she don't have to ask, because she don't want to get to that point where she acts and then turn around, it was just for a favor. So now you help her out, but it's only to like look for something when you wasn't doing it generally. So she don't want to be at that point where it's like it's quid pro quo. She's like, no, either help me because you generally want to, or get out of my way because I'm gonna find a way to do it myself. And that's how, like, my mindset, that just helped me out, where it just molded me where, okay, I'm gonna get it. And if you in my life to help me, cool. But if not, I'm not gonna crawl to you to help when I know I got the power to do it by myself. And that's what I took from her. And what can I say? This is my wife. She's just seeing her what she's doing from the time that we was in college, from the time where the relationship she had with her parents, and there's a great relationship now, but they did have their rocky moments. So from her, because she was what I like to call the sheltered old daddy's girl, how my girls is now, that's how she is. But I was like, I never been around that. So when I'm seeing it, I'm like, oh my God, this full daddy's girl is like daddy, daddy, daddy. And then when her and her dad have her falling out, and it's almost like it broke her. And then, but she fought back and she said, you know what? I'm not gonna let that hold me down. I'm still do what I'm supposed to do. Like she go against her dad to show that she still wants to be with me. And then to having I have 4 children. And then after that, after even having the 4 kids, and then say, you know what, I'm gonna get my career started. And then she's go to school, get her medical assistant license. Now she's a medical assistant, and now she's about to start back in nursing school. I'm like, okay, all right, I got to give you props. You're doing you, and then stuff. You're going from seeing her go from the being in a cocoon the whole time. Now she's a butterfly. It's just I was able to see
Party
that
like a butterfly. That's right.
Right. That's my
black
inspiration.
butterfly.
As an inspiration to see the inspiration for me is that it shows me, it makes me want to get out of myself. It's like, you know what? Nothing's gonna stop. I'm not gonna let anything hold me in. And I'm not gonna stay sheltered. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly.
Okay.
Anyway,
wait.
as I was
Just getting all the points right now.
Okay, so real quick, because somebody asked this question, and I'm just curious, so I want to know. They said, well, Lawrence said, what is the most old school thing y'all grandmas do? I thought it was a good question.
ooh.
I think
Well, run it back.
What is the most old school thing y'all grandmas do? So remember I was talking about the eyes, whenever you'd be like, you know, with the eye thing?
Hug you and freaking kill you at the same time.
Yep, that's
I already named mine. That's all
It didn't happen to me, but I saw it. The smile, you in trouble, like she next to you and you just smiling.
And she talked through her teeth.
Wait, but wait, pinch that neck.
Right, I can see it. And the kid trying not to cry out loud. She said, "You better not, you better not." I saw it. I was like, oh, you get pinched. You get a good pinch. Okay.
My grandma used to take that pinch underneath the arm right here. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Like, ooh, if you could just be like, I want to fight somebody, that's the day you want to fight.
It's like, that's a vulnerable area right there.
It is.
Look,
she did not care.
My mom caught herself trying to adapt to that method. We had to cut that loose. Like, nah.
Oh my gosh. Somebody said, get the fly
swatter.
There you go.
See, I don't think I ever got punished by my grandma.
No. Let me tell you something, Carl. Okay. my grandmother did not do that. But my mama one day, let me tell you about, we live in a generation where CPS is very real, but back in the day, we got our butts whooped though, okay? Like we got disciplined, okay, with no games. We wasn't standing in the corner, sitting on the couch on timeout sometimes, but for the most part, they was coming for your jugular, okay? They gonna get their biggest belt, their biggest shoe, mom, biggest paddle. My mom, we had an apple tree. And I thought this was the most country thing at the time. But I must have really made her feel some type of way because she told me to go outside and get a switch. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, I'm had to be like 10 or 11 or something. And I'm looking at her like, you want me to go outside that door and pick something off that tree for you to hit me with it?
Right.
You gotta pick a good one too, but you don't want them to pick it for you.
You literally, I just don't understand. And you know that's that.
Do this. I don't want to do this, but you make it.
But you know what?
I don't want to do this. We're gonna have to.
Look, and it just you be like, you just don't understand what's happening when that's a mental mess up. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, when you got to go outside and you have to pick your punishment yourself, like that is a whole different ball game. My mama was the old school, and one time, we ain't gonna get too deep into this, but one time I pissed my mama off real good. And I called her something I shouldn't have called her, but I didn't even call it to her face. My brother told her I called her when she came back into the house.
Wait, hold on. What did you call her? I'm just curious.
Oh no.
I call her something that we are going to probably get into. I end up calling my mom the B word behind her back.
I'm so proud and happy that you were still there.
But my mom was already mad. No. I did it outside of her presence, because I was smarter than that. Like, but my brother was a snitch because she came back in the house. She went downstairs to go to work and she happened to turn back around and come in the house for something. And he said, ooh, she said so and so and so. When I tell you that my mom untwisted a cable cord off the back of the TV faster than the North should allow, okay, I don't even know how it happened. I don't think the cable company could even do it that fast. She did that so fast and came for me, and I was like,
that's because she had it ready.
yeah.
Days, I'm gonna use that thing. Today, guess what?
It's the day.
Right. But you know, it's just like those type of things, like old school grandmas and stuff like that, they did not care. They utilized everything part of your house to get to you. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, Jesus. Look, that right there can be a whole conversation by itself. So let me avoid that one. Because apparently my mom's watching. So right?
She already
right?
done a couple of things, you know?
But quick question. What kind of challenges do you face as a Black woman?
Ooh.
Because I don't see it through your lens. So I really want to know, what are the challenges to you? Because the challenges to me could be different to you guys. So I want to know, what are the challenges you face as a Black woman?
I was about to say all women every month.
Hey, either one, all women. Hey, look,
I gotta respect y'all. Look, I'm just saying.
Where's my new toy at? No, I'm just
right.
What are we talking about?
I feel like there's multiple challenges. I think that society in general has pushed those difficulties along, right? I think that when you're it's like the odds, right? So as a woman, we're already looked at as the lesser between the man and the woman, right? We're looked at the less dominant, the less like we are to be, which is fine, because I feel like every woman should have that in them. They should have that little kitten inside of them. But we're also told that all we were good for is being wives at one point in life. Before generations today, like we were trained just to be wives. We weren't trained to be bosses. We weren't trained to have careers. We were not trained to, it was literally bear down, have children, and be at home. And I feel like a lot of times that has difficulties because some men who are grew up that way to think that way because of what their mother and their grandmothers did, then they expect you not to have your own living, your own income, your own thought process, your own goals, right? I think that.
Well, make it personal though. What challenges do you face though?
Oh, I got multiple challenges. Okay, first of all, I'm a Black woman.
Uh-huh.
I am plus size. Okay, I am a strong personality, and all of those type of things. Like as far as being a Black woman, is being Black in general. I think we all come across, if that's what we're gonna focus on too. Like I think we all come across the same difficulties as Black people, because of our color, right? So I've experienced.
I'm gonna argue with you on that.
Yeah, it's good. It's different.
Because as a woman, like, okay, so being Black, you're a minority, but as a woman, that's like another level of minorityism. I'm making
no, right. But I'm saying, as far as if we're gonna talk about color, for like color, being a Black woman, but being Black first, I think we all deal with the same thing across the board in different realms, different levels. Now, being a woman, that brings on a whole nother element of ourselves, because Black women and Black men do not deal with the same stresses and worries of life. They have to think about something totally different than we do. As women, I think that as a woman, for me, I have to think about when I walk into a job, right? Am I cut out enough for this position? If I want to go for being a contractor or an engineer or a police officer or something of the sorts where it's considerably male dominated forces or male dominated fields, but I have an interest in that, as a woman, I go.
Sorry. So no, like with that scenario that you just said, like you feel like going in for a job, whatever. Do you like when you like first walk into a place you never been to before? Do you ever like feel like you have to straighten up to, because like, for example, if someone like just saw you for the first time, okay, this black girl's coming for an interview, do you feel like they look at you like, okay, is she gonna be civilized or ratchet? Do you feel like you have to do something in your presentation to for that?
Okay, I feel like for me in my past jobs, like I've always felt I'm kind of like that anyway. I'll show up anywhere just to however I want to, however I'm feeling right at that moment. But I always feel like when you go into a job, like, or I went into a job, I always feel like the presentation, like I want to make sure that my hair is a certain way, or I want to make sure that, of course, that how I'm dressing is always professional. Most people will walk into a job nowadays wearing jeans and flip-flops and t-shirts and like a mixture of things. But I don't feel like, me and my dad have this conversation all the time about having to be one step better or ahead of what people think of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that's like an unnecessary pressure. Like,
yeah,
because like I feel like if like a white woman comes into an interview, it is like, I don't think people just like automatically be like, oh, is she gonna be white trash or she's gonna be civil? You know, like they just think,
right.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like. I mean, I know, but it's like I just don't think people think like that for the most part. Because like I remember, and like I'm not trying to interrupt, but like I'm just trying to stir it up because it's like, so I live in Irvine, California, right? And there was like a lot of the black girls I saw growing up were kind of like in that category of like a little like ghetto or like a little ratchet or whatever. Like not all of them obviously, but like most of them, like, okay, let me say this. I really did not think that I was gonna marry a black woman because of a lot of the ones that I've experienced. I was like, man, like y'all just like loud, obnoxious, and like just like saying everything that's on your mind. Like it was just like, it was like you'd be wild sometimes. It's like I don't think I can live with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so like for like the longest time, I was convinced I was not gonna marry a black woman, and it wasn't because I didn't think they were beautiful or strong or none of that. It wasn't because I never saw any black women that I was attracted to or anything like that. It was just that like there was a lot of them where I was kind of like, ugh, it's like you stress me out because like the whole like oh boo, you gonna get this, like it's like I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with that. It was just not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and you know, so
I guess, but look, that's the crazy part about it is because right. Because wait a minute, let me interject.
Right. And so here you are like going against, and this goes for all y'all, but like here you are going against what society, you know, automatically thinks of you until you prove them differently.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like in a sense you're a proven stereotype. So like it's like how they say guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah,
you're like a stereotype until you prove that you're not said stereotype.
It's crazy
because I know I've definitely had situations where I've gone into a job and I'm like, all right, so let me make sure I dress this way and let me not wear these jeans because I deal with, you know, the skinny girl syndrome, whatever you want to call it. Like I wear jeans and they're too tight. I wear pants and they're too tight, but it's just because I'm skinny. What can I say? So it's like I have that issue. So it's like I go into a job, I gotta like make sure that I'm kind of like presenting myself. But then my biggest issue is my hair. How do I do my hair for said interview?
Ooh,
I'm not about to. I am no longer going to be getting no relaxers in my hair. I stopped that because of the damage it was doing to my hair. So that was one of the things I said I'm no longer going to do. I don't straighten my hair. Majority of the time my hair is in a fro because that's just how I want my hair right now. I don't feel like trying to get it braided. I don't want to have to, you know, that's not me right now. So it's like, I got to figure out how to do my hair to make sure that it looks presentable and it's not all over the place. Because, you know, you walk in somewhere and automatically they're probably like, oh, here we go, another radical black person because they came into the job with fro. Or said you got dreads. Oh, there's another radical black person because they have dreads. They don't want to conform, whatever have you, to the hair norms.
Yeah.
And that, I think that is the biggest issue I deal with as a black woman right now. Is like, especially being in the military, we got these hair rags, and I'm like, all right, how am I getting this fro under this hat? Because it is a struggle. Like, it is a struggle, but it's like I managed to make it work. But one of the things I've dealt with on that side of things is like people literally coming up to me and not understanding. They don't understand that my hair is just like this and I can't necessarily get it to a point. It's not long enough or whatever for me to get it to a point that I can put it down.
I feel like, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like other women of like other races are like, it's like, well, why don't you just like wear a wig? Because I don't want to have to wear a wig. Am I wrong?
Like that's the type of stuff
I just like I don't have to do that.
What I feel like from that part, so going back to like the fact that, so me personally, I wear long nails. I generally wear them the way I want to. Generally, my hair is in some, either it's a blonde, black, like my hair changes red sometimes. Like my hair changes a lot.
Just by itself?
No, it takes some work. Or, just a pop or two. So nevertheless, I wear lashes, I wear makeup, stuff like that. Like some people will look at me and go either one or two things, like either she's gonna be this way because of it, right? Like naturally, or like she came this way and then I opened my mouth because I know how to be professional. So it's like, what is ghetto then, Sev? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we go about that in the workplace and then also walking through life? Because we go through just Black woman to Black woman. We go through colorism. Mm-hmm. My skin does not qualify as beautiful because I'm not this, or your skin don't qualify as beautiful because it's too dark or it's too light or it's too medium, and like it's just a lot. Just women amongst women, more so than I feel like women, the world against women. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like there's more issues amongst women as a unit than more issues than women in the world. Like, yeah, we at one point couldn't vote. Yeah, at one point this is how we were looked at. But I bet you if we asked more women what is their actual issue or what do they feel that comes against them as being a Black woman, it will most likely be another Black woman included.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting.
So two things. Because so like as you were talking, you said one thing that actually reminded me of like when I used to work at a call center, and I know a lot of us colored folk is probably used to this. So you have your normal way that you talk, but then you answer the phone. Hi, thank you for calling. My name is Mishael. How can I assist you today?
Like that.
Because you have to put on your voice. When I tell you, I was on the phone talking to somebody. This man, he says to me, "Are you Black?" And this is just, I was just talking normally. I was like, yes. He was like, "I don't want to talk to you. Put somebody else on the phone."
What?
I was like, hold up.
That's
like, I've never in my life wanted to like cuss at somebody before working at this call center. Had another dude, because I had to start, that's when I started using my voice. Oh, wow. So then I had another guy, he's trying to figure out what I look like. He said, so I'm gonna guess what you look like. You're tall, you're skinny, you got blonde hair, you got blue eyes, and you Caucasian. I was like, no, sir, I'm Black. He was like, oh, what? But like the fact that I had to switch it up just because of a simple issue that happened before, or people not necessarily wanting to talk to a Black female on the phone or your female, like that is a whole problem. Now, to the second thing you said, to the women being against women, like I could agree to that. I could fully agree to that. Because like
a competition?
Well, it's not even that it's a competition, but like so easily it's like you see another woman and instead of being like, nah, girl, like I support you, like, it's like, oh, I support you. It's like, no, I'm gonna do my own thing, because it's like we still feel like we having to fight to get somewhere. When we don't have to fight each other to get somewhere. It's like you got women calling each other B words all the time. Oh, this over here done did, and it's like, bro, like, no, like we as women have to change the way that we address each other first of all, because calling each other, stitches with a B is inappropriate. That's not how we need to address each other, because we are degrading each other in the process. thinking that we're endearing terms. So I don't get that crap out of your mind. It's not a term of endearment. It's a term of bondage. Let's just be real.
Ooh.
Look, I got heated.
My goodness.
But you know what's crazy is that in the terms of like women addressing women like that, I think there's just different elements. Like we were talking about that earlier about the N-word, us using that Black people amongst Black people and no one else can use it. Women have done that and said we can call each other that, but men, you cannot call us that. Like it's one of those things to where like it's become our own situation. But two, some people first heard it from their mothers, so they don't even know that they can't accept that because their mothers are the first ones that called them that. So they don't know any difference. And when Seth said competition, I was like, some mothers, it's deeply rooted. When I tell you, it's deeply rooted with women in multiple ways. But that's something that was started way back in the day, way back in the centuries, and also too that society continues to enforce on us. Because Mishi is skinny, I'm plus size, like neither one of us, she's more accepting of one thing than I am. I'm only good for I'm more endowed in other areas, so that's what's, you know what I'm saying? Like we have this whole mixed hoofla, but you have mothers who are in competition with their daughters. So their daughters are their daughters are going to naturally come against other women. It starts in the home. It starts generational, and those are the curses you have to break. But yeah,
for sure, man.
I think
I got like way too many questions.
No,
right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So one thing. Hold on, Mariah, you got something real quick?
No, she's saying do a part 2.
Oh yeah, okay, for sure. So like, okay, one, I just want to say this because there's definitely a stigma, and I think this goes for a lot of things, but specifically for women. Okay, just because a girl is skinny, just because a girl is plus size, it don't mean jack squat diddly. At the end of the day, skinny girls deal with stuff and plus size girls deal with stuff. Y'all may not always think skinny girls deal with stuff, and y'all may not always think plus size girls deal with stuff, but we all deal with stuff on whatever level it is, whether it's wanting to gain weight, wanting to lose weight, just loving our bodies how they are, because I guarantee you that y'all could attest to not wanting to walk around in nothing but like a sweatshirt and pants or sweatpants because you didn't feel comfortable with your body. Like
I wear my crop tops every day.
Now, look, you do, but me personally, I was walking around in sweatpants and sweatshirts because I wasn't comfortable with my body, which people would be like, "Oh my gosh, but you're skinny. Why?" I wasn't comfortable with my body because I feel like I look like a pile of sticks. I'm like twigs over here. I got made fun of for being like,
if you put sticks together and let them match, you fire.
But you know what I mean? Like we all have things that we deal with. And at the end of the day, the most important and the best thing that we can do for one another as women is love each other in our differences, learn about each other's differences. If there's something that you don't understand, ask. And you can politely ask a question. You don't have to be degrading or rude in asking said question, because there's a difference in being petty and truly wanting
shady.
Understanding, right, and shady, and truly wanting to get an understanding to learn somebody else, so that way you can be accepting of them, and then they can also become acceptant of you. So I just had to throw that out there because
I think most of it just comes from the unknown, though.
Yeah,
it really does. The lack of knowledge between the two.
Just for the record, I know dudes prefer. How should I say this? Okay, I got nervous.
Okay. You know, dudes who prefer plus size girls?
No. Well, no. So okay. So look,
you're getting at?
There are thick lovers, and skinny lovers, and the in between lovers. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
there's somebody out
The
there.
chubby wubbies.
well, so like what I'm trying to say is that
Brother, preach.
there's
Let 'em know.
of brothers out there, you know. And if anybody is looking for anybody, I might have a list.
You're stupid.
But anyway,
Oh
so-
my God.
what I'm trying to say, listen to my heart. Listen to
Whoa.
what I had to say.
Somebody
So-
said just stay quiet.
Well, no, hold on. I'm just
Just
saying. Listen, Linda. I'm just saying, like,
Linda, who?
huh? No, Linda. I said Linda. Oh, Linda, who? We don't want to talk about Linda. I'm with you. So listen. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this.
Oh my God.
Before this podcast ends, I just had to say this. I can't like not say this. I love Black women for a slew of reasons. Probably my number one reason is I would call y'all underdogs, but that don't sound right. Like undercats. No, that sounds stupid too. But it's just like in society, it's just like, yes, the fact that you're women, and then plus the fact that you're Black women, you're like in this like weird dark corner of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? In this weird corner of let's make sure we do our best to silence this group of people, because it's just like, you know what it is? This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I might
You have
shut
an
up.
unspoken power.
It just cause like, you know when like you're drinking like a really sugary drink and all that sugar is at the very bottom, you know what I'm saying? And if you take that straw and go straight to the bottom, you won't get a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck did I just experience right now? Because it's almost like that's where all like the power kind of just goes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to explain this right, but I feel like
Yeah, I said leave it alone.
So
look,
with everything, so on this note, because he is failing miserably, for all of you women out there, all of you Black women out there, all of you queens out there,
yes,
love yourself.
yes,
Number one. Number two, if you are in the process of trying to like lose weight because you feel like you need to be skinnier, let me pause you. Don't let skinny be your goal. Let healthy.
Be.
there you go. Yeah,
And that'll change your whole entire perspective on the way that you look at life and how you feel about yourself.
yeah,
Because it's not about
Indeed.
being skinny, it's about being healthy. So I just really wanted to throw that out there just so that you can
And look, and if you want to eat and you small, eat.
look.
Because at the end of the
Oh God.
No,
About
no,
what
it's
you eating, because that
But-
metabolism ain't gonna be fast all forever, you know.
right. Loving yourself, I think that's where it starts though. Loving yourself first gives you the capability to love on others around you. And just women as a whole. I think that we carry, let me tell you, have you ever stood in a room full of all women praying?
Look.
Yeah.
Have you ever stood in a room full of all women just doing something positive and just loving on each other? It's
yeah. I feel very out of place, but
crazy. Like, it's totally crazy. It's because we literally are if you want to say, we are the earth. We are the earth. And so that is, yeah, that's what Black women are. And I pray all the time that we start to hold each other hand in hand. We start to really lift each other up the way we should, you know?
for sure.
So I hope that just on this podcast tonight that y'all really are walking away with a different perspective on how you're seeing women, how you see Black women, and how you see yourself. So my queens, we're going to have to give you a part 2 because we cannot give you a part 2 of this.
Ooh.
So tune in.
Yeah.
Seth got a heck of a question.
What? No, save your question.
I
Write
need like
it
a
down.
3-hour conversation on this one.
Write your question down, Seth, because you were literally like digging a tunnel, digging a hole for yourself.
I feel good.
So yes, tune in, and you were hilarious. And again, we just want to thank y'all for tuning in this evening. Definitely just want to encourage you once again to go and like our social media platforms. Go click the like on this Facebook page and then do the other button that'll let you get the notification. So that way, when you get on again, like you'll know when we're on, because we do this every other Friday. Again, February 12th is the next one.
Also, if you have any ideas for topics that we should talk about in the future, you can go to our website. Let us know what you would like to hear us talk about.
www.creativeawakeningmovements.com.
Thank you.
Boom.
Drops Mike. So, tune in.
Cold. Yup, Jesus hit him with that stunner like he's stone cold. Then I raised from the tomb into some royalty that's rose gold. We gotta have your foot on the accelerator, going up. We gotta have your foot on the accelerator, going up. We came in with no reservation, came in with no hesitation, came in with no medication, but we left with all the validation in the room. Once I was done, we dropped the mic, then we dip like vroom, 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 vroom.
And we out.
So again, we will see y'all.
Love to the black ladies.
Yes.
Queen.
I know y'all jealous. I know y'all. You better go get yourself a slice. All right.